Hey guys, welcome to the channel and I'm excited to give you an in-depth review for Ground Branch. The game is currently in early access on Steam. It has been in development since 2018. Now before you panic, this is a small indie studio that is hell-bent on total world domination of the small unit tactical gaming market. I believe they can make this happen. Looking at the timeline for some other similar indie studios, there's around a 6-year time frame to publish games, so it's still tracking with that. Although Microprose is not the publisher for Ground Branch since around 2021, I believe this will be a net positive for the franchise. If you look back at most of the publisher's top tier games, they've all been more hardcore and more on the strategy side of gameplay. Allegedly, total creative control has been retained by Blackfoot Studios. As an avid player, I would believe that. All of the updated features that have been released and on the Trello boards have been pushing in the hardcore tactical direction. I'm fully confident this game will be what those of us who have been playing it feel make it great. Developers for this game include John Sondecker, who's from Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon, Chris Rigby, Glauco Costa, Matt Farrow, and others. They've put together an amazing experience and it's only in early access. Ground Branch is a realistic tactical shooter that takes place in modern day. The weapon customization is top notch, as well as the licensing of the various weapons and attachments. I can't think of another game that lets me put up my in game rifle exactly the same as my favorite rifle in the safe. Allegedly. It does take a few mods to get to the bleeding edge of realism, though. Fortunately, Vortex makes that super easy and accessible even to those new to the PC world such as me. I will link a video down below that was super helpful to me in getting started with the mods. In one of the last updates by the developer, they also plan to make the mods available on Steam, kind of like Arma and others do, so it's only going to get easier from here on out. Weapon and gear customization is done through access to your locker in the ready room. Just walk up to it and you can change nearly everything about your in-game character. Weapons can be tweaked down to the finest Picatinny rail slot. Need a white light? Check. A lumen and laser? Check. With a fair amount of actual real-world optics and mounts to help you be an efficient killer in the field. The sore loser at the moment is any type of thermal optic. Even a monocular that you could hold in your hand would be helpful. On the denser maps, such as Creek, where people are hiding all over the place behind bushes and stuff, it would certainly be a welcome addition. Maps currently available are 747, City, Compound, Creek, Depot, Docks, Power Station, Rig, Rundown, Small Town, Storage Facility, and Tanker. All are fairly self explanatory and is an impressive offering of maps for a game in early access. Current game modes include intel retrieval and terrorist hunt. Intel raids consist of finding a laptop, hacking it. Once that's complete, you need to swoop up the laptop and fight your way out to the extraction to complete the mission. The hunt is what it is. No success until each and every one of the guys has been neutralized. I enjoy both modes, but the more objective based intel mode is definitely more up my alley. You can vary the quality of the training for the AI on the map as well as the number of the AI on the map, which is a welcome addition to the flavor of solo raids in early access. Stealth isn't really an option at this point in the game that I've found so far. No matter how slow you move or what camo you're rocking, the AI will most likely pick you out and spot you, even on the mid difficulties. I feel like this is something the devs could improve on, especially for daytime operations. Night ops are a little different. You can creep around on a dude pretty easily, and he's totally clueless. I've run up on guys a couple of times that surprised me. I didn't even know they were there. They were just out on patrol. I feel like there needs to be a little balance made there. Multiplayer is a bit rough at the moment. Depending on the time of day, the servers are nearly devoid of life. When they are populated, it seems like you either get stuck with ex-JSOC guys or people that are just thumbing their nose the whole match with no mic. I'm hopeful this will even out as time goes on once the game is in full release and more people start playing. Once you get a few other guys together and want to play as a team, though, the game is a thing of beauty. Flowing through courtyards and buildings, covering danger areas while a teammate crosses, and taking out a few guys on the team 6 as we push forward and to an objective is all flawless and the best part of this game. Weapon animations and audio are top notch. Mods make the animations even better. I've never played a game that made me feel like I was handling a service rifle like this one. They've really taken it to the next level. Footstep audio, on the other hand, is a little bit janky. I've been murdered a couple of times by someone who came into the stairwell or room completely silent, only for him to one-tap me and end my gameplay. This is something that definitely needs work before the game's into full release. Apart from the already mentioned audio issues that sometimes cause me increased blood pressure, the gameplay is mostly clean at this point. They've continued to work on AI behavior and accuracy, and I feel like they're in a decent spot at this point. Leans and general movement feel good. No slide canceling for my COD bros out there, but as tactical shooters go, is solid. I understand the early access piece, but mantling and ladders are the things that need the most work at this point. As of the October blog post and current Trello board status, the future looks bright. Some of the near future updates on the Trello board for version 1034 include a vaulting update, updated AI or NPC animations, a new game mode, which is extraction PvE, being able to prone out, updated weapon effects, updated smoke effects, map updates for small town, city, and docks, updated sound effects for weapons, weapon updates for a Galil and an MPX, updates that are going to be either in this next 1034 or maybe the following 1035 updates include AMD FSR Super Resolution support, Linux dedicated drivers, weapon bracing support, so leaning up against barricades, a health system, armor system, chem sticks that you can drop when you clear a room, melee actions, animation updates for locomotion, ready room variants, a weather system, language localization, squad friendly AI commands, selectable attachments and skins, map updates to Power Station, and new maps, Ranch, and Hideout. These updates sound like they're taking community feedback seriously and are dedicated to making the final release of this game an amazing experience. So, for community feedback, the devs routinely reply to the community page on Steam. Recently, someone asked when the full release will be, a fair question since it's been in early access since 2018, and the reply was by the end of the year in about 3 minutes' time. A pretty phenomenal reply time. So, get and stay involved in the conversation before the full release to get your impressions and opinions in the game. So, to wrap things up, if you've ever carried a rifle professionally, or maybe have wanted to, this game is for you. Tarkov players and hardcore MILSIM players should rejoice in the end state of this game when it releases. If you are an early access player, and you likely are if you stuck it out to this point, you'll be stoked to know how this game is turning out. If you're more of a COD arcade player, though, it might take a bit to get acquainted to getting one tapped by AI on a regular basis. Trust me, though, it's worth it. I would highly recommend this game, even though it's in an early access state to anyone interested in the most realistic weapon building system up to date and a competitive tactical gameplay style. If you found this review helpful at all, or you just enjoyed the B roll gameplay in the background, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button down below, help the channel grow, and hit that subscribe button so you can come back for whatever else I've got planned next. I'm going to be playing some Ready or Not, and getting into that, we'll do a little compare and contrast with Ground Branch. So thank you so much for sticking around, and have a great day.